What's going on, guys? Titus here with another deck profile video, and we are playing Despia. Not full power, not full branded Despia like we're seeing in the TCG right now, but a little better due to DPE and a nice little fun card called Masquerade Dragon. This card is pretty cool. If you can summon 2 of them in a turn, your opponent has 6 activations total before they burn their life to 0. So, here is the profile. We are playing 2 Valor. It is a light target for Albion if we were ever going to need it, but really its main goal is to stop Verte Anaconda. We are playing 3 Maxi. Of course, we like to draw cards. 3 Ash Blossom. Gotta stop Fusion Destiny. Gotta stop a couple search cards. We're playing 3 Infinite Impermanence. Another reason. Gotta stop DPE. Gotta stop Verte. Gotta stop Scythe. Gotta stop Baron de Fleur. Things that we need to stop those cards. And 2 Called by the Grave. Same reason as before. Gotta facilitate our own plays while stopping our opponent's plays. Another going second card is Super Polymerization. That with Fountain of Albaz has its own Super Poly effect, but really this whole deck is made of Super Poly targets. We are playing a lot of cards. 45 is a lot. You could slim it down by cutting an Edge Chain and and that kind of thing, but I like the list. 45 is fairly consistent, especially because we're playing Allure of Darkness. So the hand trap lineup: 2 Valor, 3 Maxi, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Imperm, 2 Called By, and going second cards of Super Poly. The engine: 1 Comedy, 2 Tragedy. I like Tragedy. It's a good card. We are playing 3 Aluber the Boober a Doober, as MBT would say. So Aluber, the Jester of Despia, the Searcher of the deck, searching branded in red, which we really need now, and we're playing a Dramaturge and a Ad Libitum. This deck is not playing Albion, the Shrouded Dragon, because we don't have branded fusion cards, but it could be a tech. If you have that kind of tech and you want to show your deck profile off, comment down below. I am talking too much because this is going to be like the 6th one of these I'm going to make, so let's go. All right, so with the Despia engine, we are also playing 3 branded opening. Discarding a card and special summoning one is really, really nice, especially because we discard for effect. We are playing 1 Theater of the Branded. We like to fusion summon. It's nice. And the 2 branded in red. You could play this at 3 and cut an Edge Chain. 2 is probably all you're going to need. You can also set it off the Tragedy if you absolutely feel that you need to do so. We're also playing the Patchwork engine in terms of Edge Chain, 2 Poly, and 2 Patchwork. It's just pluses. Discarding this card or using this card as a fusion, so 1 Despia, 1 Dark Monster makes a Masquerade Dragon, and then you get a Patchwork, and then you get an Edge Chain and a Polymerization back again. It just facilitates the fusion again, and so it's really, really useful. If you open Edge Chain, Poly, Aluber, Tragedy, or any 2 Despias, Edge Chain, and a Poly, you can make 2 Masquerade Dragons. I know that's really specific, but if you look at it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards in your deck that you could possibly do to make those cards. 3 of these, you have 5 ways to Edge Chain. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways to fuse, 6 ways, 7 ways to fuse if you count Super Poly. So it's really not that far-fetched to make it. Plus we have draw cards, so pretty good. So we have the Edge Chains, the 2 Polys, and the Patchworks. We're also playing 3 Allure of Darkness. We like to draw cards, and Banishing Tragedy gets us an Aluber or an Ad Libitum or a Dramaturge to keep facilitating our fusion summons. We're playing a little bit different DPE package. We're playing Destiny Hero Denier along with 2 Malicious because they are dark monsters, and Malicious will re-summon itself because it'll banish the other one. So getting another dark on the field helps facilitate going into Masquerade. This is basically Super Poly Masquerade Turbo with a DPE engine on the side to help keep going. You want to burn them, you want to wear them down with DPE, summon Quarterus, finish them off, Super Poly either some of their cards with your Despia monsters that you have. So, like I said, 2 Fusion Destiny, 1 Malicious, 2 Malicious, and a Denier. And that is the main deck. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anything, but if I did, let me know. We're playing a couple Super Poly targets. We're playing a Preto Plant, Dragastapelia, a Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, and a Guilty Gearfried, the Magical Steel Knight. You're going to think this one's a little weird, but this one beats DPE Floor a Baron de Fleur. They're both warriors, and they're both the different attributes. So summoning this card off a Super Poly breaks the DPE Baron de Fleur board. So it's kind of a fun little tech. It probably won't come up very much, but when it does, it's going to feel really good. We're playing 2 Titaniclad because we are playing 1 Fallen of Albaz, and we just needed extra deck space. I might change this around a little bit, maybe do some link climbing, maybe add an access code, potentially. Like add an access code and a Nightmare Unicorn or a Nightmare Phoenix, just to kind of link climb a little bit to have some more kill potential. But really, this deck is about burning, super pulling their board off, and winning the game that way. So, it takes a Fallen of Albaz and 1 monster with 2,500 more attack. We're playing the Brigand the Glory Dragon, a Fallen of Albaz, and a level 8 or higher monster, which DP is a level 8. Fallen of Albaz. Good work out. We're also playing an Albion the Branded Dragon. Again, not going to come up, but super polying your own Albaz with one of their light monsters, like their Chi-Shao or something like that, can actually be pretty useful to make Albion, and then Albion banish some cards to make another one like your Titaniclad. So it is possible that it's going to come up, but it's not going to come up as much as I would like it to until the new support comes out. We're playing 2 Corderus because this card threatens, this card threatens Sword Soul. It makes it so if they set up the Baron de Fleur or the Chi-Shao, it kind of makes it so they have to make a decision on what they want to use to destroy it. If not, you're going to threaten it and beat over the Baron de Fleur and then continue your plays that way. Of course, we are playing a DPE. Everyone's playing DPE. Card comes back, pops cards, does all its things. It's an amazing card. 2 Masquerade Dragon. Every time your opponent activates a card, they have to pay 600 life points. It is cost, basically. It is not an activated effect. It basically just stays on board, and it constantly works over and over again. It's super easy to make. It's a Despia and a light or a dark. That easy. So it's its own super poly target when you have a Despia monster. And it can special summon back if it's been destroyed and your opponent controls an extra deck monster of any kind. But it will no longer burn when it summons back. So remember that the burn will not be in effect unless it is properly fusion summoned. So, but you could use it in a dark monster if a super poly is on the field and make your, Plant Dragostapelia. Those things are going to come up. And we are playing 2 Priscinion. 2 will never come up, but it's kind of fun. We also needed the light target in terms with the effect Veiler for this if we're ever going to make it just out of our hand entirely, but usually you want to use your opponent's monsters for this card. Really good card, not going to come up a lot, but it will, and it will win you a match, and you're going to be like, man, I'm glad I added that card. And then, of course, Verte Anaconda, which just facilitates DPE. When Guardian Chimera comes out, this deck is going to get a huge power boost, and that's not even before the Albaz stuff comes out, with Mirror Jade and Lebellion to be a Tier 1 insane meta threat. But with that, guys, this is going to be the end of this Despia deck profile. Leave a like, comment what you're playing in this new update, and I will see you in the next one. Happy dueling, everybody. This is totally not the second time I'm recording this because I messed up the first time. Bye!